Have you ever wished for something so desperately you'd do anything to get it? Well, be careful what you wish for. Today, we re-diving into the story of a queen who learned that every desire comes with a price, and sometimes that price is far too high. Once upon a time, in a kingdom nestled between shimmering mountains and a vast sparkling sea, lived Queen Aurelia. She wasn't born a queen. She had won the heart of the aging King Theron with her unparalleled beauty and sharp wit. Aurelia had everything a person could dream of: magnificent gowns, jewels that outshone the stars, and the adoration of an entire kingdom. But deep within her heart, a single gnawing desire festered. She wanted to be more than just a beautiful queen. She wanted to be loved, not for her crown, but for herself. Most of all, she longed for an heir, a child to secure her legacy and fill the silent halls of the castle with laughter. The king was old and frail, and the court physicians had regretfully informed her that bearing a child was unlikely. The whispers in the court grew louder each day. Nobles eyed her with a mixture of pity and contempt. They called her the barren queen, a beautiful but ultimately useless ornament. Her smile, once genuine and warm, became a carefully crafted mask to hide her growing desperation. She felt like a porcelain doll, admired on a shelf but never truly embraced. One stormy night, as rain lashed against the castle windows, Aurelia couldn't bear the suffocating silence any longer. She disguised herself as a commoner, wrapped in a coarse wool cloak, and slipped out of the castle. Her destination was the Whispering Woods, a place feared by the common folk, where it was said an ancient and mysterious sorceress resided. The townsfolk spoke of her in hushed tones, claiming she could grant any wish, but always at a terrible cost. For Aurelia, no cost seemed too great. Following a winding, overgrown path, she arrived at a crooked cottage shrouded in mist. An old woman with eyes as dark as a moonless night sat by a crackling fire. This was Morwen, the sorceress. Without a word, Morwen gestured for Aurelia to sit. "You seek a child," the sorceress rasped, her voice like grinding stones. "I can give you this, a daughter as beautiful as the dawn." Aurelia's heart leaped with hope. "I'll give you anything," she pleaded. "Gold, jewels, land." Morwen cackled, a dry, rattling sound. "I have no need for such trinkets. The price is something far more precious. I will grant you a daughter, but in exchange, you will give me your most beautiful memory of love." Aurelia hesitated. Her most beautiful memory of love. She thought back to a time before the crown, before the empty pleasantries of the court. She remembered a simple, sun-drenched afternoon in her home village. She was just a girl then, and a young man, a stonemason with kind eyes and calloused hands, had given her a single perfect wildflower. It wasn't a grand gesture, but in that moment, she had felt truly seen, truly loved for who she was. The memory was a small, warm light she had carried in her heart for years. Could she give that up? But then she thought of the empty cradle, the mocking whispers. "Take it," she said, her voice barely a whisper. "Take the memory." Morwen's eyes gleamed. She chanted in an ancient tongue, and a swirling silver mist flowed from Aurelia's temple into the sorceress's outstretched hand. When it was over, Aurelia felt a strange emptiness, a faint echo of a loss she couldn't quite place. Morwen handed her a small glowing seed. "Plant this in the royal garden. Your desire will bloom." True to the sorceress's word, Aurelia soon announced she was with child. The kingdom rejoiced, and King Theron wept with joy. 9 months later, she gave birth to a daughter, Princess Lyra, whose beauty was so breathtaking it silenced the entire court. She had hair like spun gold and eyes the color of the summer sky. Aurelia was ecstatic. Finally, she had her heir. Her position was secure. But as Lyra grew, a strange coldness settled in Aurelia's heart. When she looked at her daughter, she felt pride, she felt possession, but the deep, unconditional love she expected to feel simply wasn't there. She cared for Lyra meticulously, ensuring she had the finest tutors and the most exquisite dresses, but it was all a performance. The connection was missing. She would watch other mothers with their children, their faces alight with a warmth that Aurelia couldn't comprehend. She remembered the sorceress's price, her most beautiful memory of love. Without it, it seemed she had forgotten how to love at all. Years passed. The old king passed away, and Aurelia ruled as queen regent. Lyra blossomed into a kind and gentle young woman, beloved by all. Yet she always felt a distance from her mother. She craved a simple hug, a word of genuine affection, but all she received were formal instructions and critiques on her posture. Lyra felt like another jewel in her mother's collection, polished and displayed, but never truly held. One day, Lyra fell in love. He was a young knight, Sir Kale, honorable and brave. They met in secret, sharing dreams and stolen moments in the palace gardens. When Lyra finally confessed her love to her mother, hoping for her blessing, Aurelia reacted with cold fury. "A mere knight! You are a princess. You will marry a king to forge an alliance. This foolish infatuation ends now." "But I love him, mother," Lyra cried, tears streaming down her face. "Love?" Aurelia scoffed. "Love is a weakness, a fantasy for commoners. Your duty is to the throne." She forbade Lyra from ever seeing Kale again, posting guards to watch her every move. Aurelia saw her daughter's love not as a source of happiness, but as a threat to her carefully constructed plans for power and security. She had traded her own ability to love for this child, and now that child was choosing love over the power Aurelia had sacrificed everything for. The irony was devastating. Heartbroken, Lyra withered. The light in her eyes dimmed. An old servant, who had been with Aurelia since she first arrived at the castle, saw the princess's despair and finally revealed the secret she had long kept. She told Lyra about the queen's desperate wish, the visit to the Whispering Woods, and the terrible price she had paid. Understanding dawned on Lyra. It wasn't that her mother was cruel, it was that she was empty. The capacity for love had been stolen from her. Armed with this knowledge, Lyra knew what she had to do. Just as her mother had done years ago, she disguised herself and rode to the Whispering Woods. She found Morwen, who looked not a day older, still sitting by her fire. "Another queen comes to bargain," the sorceress rasped, a hint of amusement in her voice. "I have come to buy back what you stole from my mother," Lyra said, her voice steady. Morwen laughed. "And what could you possibly offer me that is of equal value to a memory of pure love?" Lyra looked the sorceress in the eye. "I will give you my future." Morwen's smile faded. "Explain." "You can take my chance at happiness with the man I love. You can take my future children, my dreams, all the joy that is yet to come. In return, you will give my mother back her heart. You will restore her memory." The sorceress was silent for a long moment, her dark eyes studying the young princess. This was a price she had never been offered before. Not a memory of the past, but the promise of a future. It was a sacrifice of unimaginable depth. "Very well," Morwen finally agreed. "The bargain is struck." A swirling dark mist flowed from Lyra, carrying with it her hopes and dreams of a life with Kale. She felt a profound and aching sorrow settle within her, a permanent grayness where vibrant color once lived. In return, Morwen gave her a silver locket. "Give this to your mother. The memory is inside." Lyra returned to the castle and found her mother alone in the throne room, looking out at the kingdom she ruled but couldn't love. Lyra handed her the locket. "A gift, mother." Aurelia took it, her expression cold and dismissive. But as her fingers touched the cool metal, the locket sprang open. A shimmering, warm light flowed out and back into her heart. Suddenly, a memory flooded her mind. A sunlit afternoon, a kind boy's smile, and the simple gift of a single wildflower. And with it, the feeling, the pure, uncomplicated feeling of being loved. Tears welled in Aurelia's eyes as decades of suppressed emotion came rushing back. She looked at her daughter, at Lyra, and for the first time, she truly saw her. She saw the sacrifice in her eyes, the joy that had been extinguished to save her. "Lyra," she whispered, her voice choked with a love she had forgotten existed. "What have you done?" Aurelia finally understood the true price of her desire. In her desperate quest for an heir to secure her power, she had sacrificed the one thing that made life worth living, and now, her daughter had paid an even greater price to correct her mistake. Embracing Lyra, Aurelia wept not for her lost crown or kingdom, but for the love she had forsaken, and the happiness her daughter had given away. The story of Queen Aurelia serves as a powerful reminder. The things we desire most may not be what we truly need, and the price of a selfish wish can echo through generations. What do you think? Is there anything you've ever wanted so badly you didn't consider the consequences? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tales that make you think. See you next time.